FTW Broadcasting here for the win. We bring you hot Starcraft 2 action. My name is Awall, and joining me, as always, is my boy Danny. We are a proud partner with the UEN.com, and the map you're looking at right now, the legendary Lost Temple. We downloaded this one directly from ESL.EU. We are proud broadcasting partners with Electronic Sports League. Thanks, guys. This is the ESL Go4SC2 November Finals. My pick is here at the top part of the map. Goody, taken down 2-0 so far in the series. If he pulls down this game, he will lock down the 500 euros for the November Finals. Danny's pick, however, a formidable Terran player. He's rocking out the red Terran here in the bottom left. Tarson.
Yeah, absolutely. Tarson, he is down 2 games, and he really needs to pull it out here, but this has always been his intention. I've told you earlier, it was his plan all along to make his inevitable victory and Goody's inevitable defeat all the sweeter for himself and mostly me. You know, we're good, close, personal friends, not really at all, but that is what he's going to do. He's going to turn it around 3 quick games in a row for a epic win and a crushing, heartbreaking defeat for you.
Yeah, you wish. Goody's been dominating, baby, with those siege tanks. Last game, Tarson built 1 too many Vikings, actually probably 8 too many Vikings. So let's see how Tarson adjusts his strategy this game. And I'd be very curious to know if Goody's going to go heavy siege once again. It's been working out great for him so far.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been working out great. Tarson complaining a little bit about lag. It's not going to be the end of it. And as we see, the openings have been the exact same, and he's yelling about his roommates watching the online TV. I know all about that. Back when I used to have roommates, you need to upgrade your internet. I don't know how it goes in the in Europe though. So we'll see. Hopefully he can yell at his roommates and get himself back in this game. We'll hate to see the game slip away from him because of his roommates are watching whatever it is they were watching.
Don't they know he's trying to do this for a living? By the way, we missed an epic fist bump there a minute ago. These 2 workers ran into each other in the middle of the map here. Both workers effectively scouting each other. However, Goody's SCV gets pushed away by Tarson's early Marine, so he will no longer be able to scout out this base. And Tarson, hopefully he's got some tricks up his sleeve. And Tarson's SCV just running amok as a Marine chases him around cartoon style.
Yeah, absolutely. He's thrusters to full running around the back. He's getting popped. He can't afford. Oh! And I thought that other SCV was going to get him, and that would have been really, really hot. You love to see an SCV with a kill. You just don't see it enough. Meanwhile, that SCV decides, I'm just going to build this factory. We see the factory for both players. Looks like Tarson's deciding he's going to go 1-1-1 this time. He's not going to go with the heavy Marines like last time. He apparently didn't like the way that turned out. It ended up in a very, very long game last game, but in the end, like you said, too many Vikings, just a massive amount of siege tanks, and those 2 hero Thors with over 20 kills for Goody in last game. And definitely check that out if you haven't already, because it was epic.
Oh my God! It was one of the best games I think we've casted in a while. Certainly one of the better ESL games. Both players going with the barracks, factory, starport. Not a bad idea. I'm sorry, no starport yet for Goody. He's probably going to drop that down here in just a moment. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw Banshee harass from both. However, pre-igniter upgrade right out the gate here for Goody. He has really liked that economy harass with Hellions, as he's pumping out an early Hellion here, and that might be pretty darn effective. However, Tarson's already got his own Hellion on the map as he was roasty toasting up Goody's SCV, which is pretty helpless here in the middle of the map, trying to use that foot fusion cutter. Oh, for dear life, did a little bit of damage to that Dune Buggy of Doom, but didn't work out too well for him as Tarson goes ahead and picks up that Xel'Naga Watchtower. Oh no, are we going to see some hot Hellion on Hellion action? We sure are. Take a look at this, Danny, as your Hellion is having to run Skurd.
I wouldn't say he's running Skurd. It's more of a tactical retreat. It would be my definition of it, but I can understand how you would think that, being the whatever. Insert insult here.
Oh, God, I'm so insulted by that. And no starport yet for... I'm sorry, there is a starport. He hit it down here at the bottom of his base. Starport definitely up and running for Goody as he's pumping out that medevac right now. And Goody going really heavy on these Hellions, which might not be a bad idea early game. Tarson with great positioning on his Marines, though, up here on the top corner of his base. So if any Hellions run by, they're going to get pumped full of bullets.
Yeah, absolutely. That's really, really nice position right there. And meanwhile, Goody with the good positioning on that starport, basically kind of like with the Protoss, you'd see a pylon down here just for the the view and the watching for drops. So it's good to kind of spread your units around like that in the base, see what's up. Meanwhile, he's loaded up this medevac with 3 Hellions and 2 Marines. Going to go for a nice harass drop here. Let's see how well that works out. Meanwhile, there's a Banshee for Tarson over here. They're just hanging out. Does not quite have Cloak. Cloak is not on the way, so we will see this. We're going to basically be seeing dual harass here, I'm thinking. We try to cover both of it. We'll see exactly what happens. Meanwhile, there is a missile turret for Goody. He's just anticipating that Banshee harass. That's just 2 missile turrets. The Banshee in great position, though, managing to kill 4 SCVs, 5 SCVs so far. Very nice. 6 in perfect position. He's a Corporal 7-8, and he's finally going to get taken down there, and his wife will receive a nice bonus. Meanwhile, back in Tarson's base, there's a nice drop by Goody. The SCV's forced to back out. Tarson's army is there to deal with it, though finally, I don't know if he lost how many units he lost here. We're going to have to look at the units lost tab for both players. There's 12 to 15, 800 to 950. Pretty close on that right there. They're looking at the income count. Only 19 harvesters for Tarson, though. He's going to have to start pumping some more out there, so we'll have to see just how effective that was for both of them. 20 to 24, kind of I would have to go even at this point, just about give or take.
Yeah, and also combat shields being researched right now for Tarson. Not a bad idea. Siege tech, though, for Goody going up. I mean, it's worked so well for him so far this game. Tarson, sensing his opponent's weakness, I suppose, with that Raven leading the charge, he's streaming across the map right now, dropping down the scan to see what the situation is. I don't think he's going to be able to get in here, though. This siege tank is up and running for Goody. If those two tanks get some nice positioning, this isn't going to happen. However, Tarson does have that medevac. As he's moving around back, he might load up a couple units in there and decide to drop in the base here and get super annoying just as I say that he does this. And he's flying that medevac in here. Looks like he's going to try to harass that mineral line here in the back, dropping down Marauders and Marines in the back of this base. Let's see how effective this harass will be. And he's just kind of sitting there right now. Getting everything. He's bringing in more units, Danny. You got to be happy about this.
Yeah, absolutely. This is a big force right here, right at the edge of Goody's base. He's bringing the Raven to see what's going on. And meanwhile, here they go, dropping down that auto turret, and here we go, tearing up those SCVs, taking down the missile turret so the medevac can get in there and heal them when Goody's army does arrive. I'm now stemming up and running away from those siege tanks. Nice play there. They're going to take out some supply depots, basically using his mobility, forcing Goody to unsiege and move in a little bit. Really like that play. Well done there by Tarson. Now he's moving in on those siege tanks. Really nice. Takes 2 down. Going to take the 3rd down. Can he take the 3rd one down? Yes, he takes the 3rd one down. That Raven goes down, and the Marauders are down. We got 1 left. We're sitting there with about 25 hit points. He's just going to take out that engineering bay until the Vikings finally land and deal with him. Really, really nice. An effective drop by Tarson there. We're looking at the units lost 39 to 28. Very, very nice effect. Very, very effective, but basically 26 to 21 harvesters. I'm not sure he got enough harvesters there. Meanwhile, the orbital command for Goody is researching. It's going to be coming down, no doubt, while Tarson has now saturated. But then Tarson has got his army at the front door of Goody again here.
God, he's keeping on the pressure, which probably isn't a bad idea if he lets Goody build up that giant siege tank army. That ain't going to work out too well. Tarson, by the way, got his natural expansion up and running and dropping down the mules. Going to try to start pulling ahead here in the economy. Not a bad idea. Tarson is ahead on the Vespian right now, though, so he's going to be able to get those higher tech units in the meantime. And oh my gosh, I have a feeling, Danny, this is going to be an epic game. Once again, another Banshee being pumped out of the starport here by Tarson. And I don't see any missile turrets in Tarson's main, though, to protect from drops back there. I'd like to see your pick Tarson do that. Well, actually, I wouldn't like to see that because that just leaves him open for attacks in the future. Yeah,
we will see just how well that works. You see, Tarson put some Marines up here on this high ground, just, as a little bit of insurance there. I kind of like that positioning. They'll see anything that's flying over. They'll be able to, see the high ground. They could even kind of pop over here, and maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe they can see this high yield. I'm not 100% on that, but it's a good positioning. Meanwhile, Goody has kind of sieged up again here. He's finally going to be landing his orbital command, so Oh, a little late on that, falling behind a bit. We see Cloak for both players, so we're going to see a little Banshee play from both of them. Meanwhile, Tarson is loading up another medevac over here.
Well, he tried to get in, but there were 2 Vikings there to thwart that off, so he was forced to drop the Marines down to try to deal with that. And Goody, being more of a defensive player right now, just leaving those Vikings out along that edge to protect from future drops. The one before was just so devastating. Great decision by Goody.
Yeah, that's a nice positioning on those Vikings there. Just keep them right there, and it's amazing what that one lunar unit or the one missile turret can do. Just that right position can do to prevent those sort of drops, or at least give you enough of, hey, look, here comes the drop to get over there and keep the damage minimal.
Not a bad idea. Oh no, we're going to have an altercation here as Goody's trying to move his Hellions in on this natural expansion of Tarson. Pre-igniter upgrade, baby. Pre-igniting the heck. Oh my gosh, these SCVs are dropping like flies. But these Hellions are not going to last too long with 3 kills and 3 kills getting taken out immediately by those Marauders and Banshee. And I'm pulling up this units lost tab right now, Danny. 3,600 so far.
And
so Goody is definitely behind in that regard.
Yeah, I think I lost you there for a second. I'm not sure exactly what you said. Something about 3,600. You clicked out, but I think you're back. I'm at 1,535. Hopefully, we didn't have a big hiccup.
It was just a Skype. It was just a Skype thing. Basically, units lost. I was saying that Goody's lost 3,600 and Tarson has lost 2,800 so far. Was just taking a look at that units lost tab after that Hellion harass. And Goody just immediately coming back into harass once again with these Banshees at this natural expansion of Tarson.
Yeah, that's a really nice. He took out several SCVs there. Tarson finally gets the Marines over there with the scan, and the Banshee's just gonna. I'll just go over to the main here. Deal with these.
I told you, man. He should have dropped that missile turret earlier. Now that Banshee, he's a corporal, and he's killing these SCVs and just really pumping them up full of lead. Here's his sergeant, 10 kills. I mean, how many kills is this man gonna get? The siege tanks rolling out, realizing they're not gonna be able to do anything about this. God, he's going to town. He's a captain. Danny, oh my gosh, what is your pick gonna do here? This is just cutting deep into the heart of the economy of Tarson. I mean, it's just unlimited death. 21 kills. He's a commander already. We're only 17 minutes into this thing.
Oh my god, I'm more surprised that Tarson just didn't pull his units off the line there. It's almost like he wasn't even paying attention to them. Meanwhile, the Banshee's going back to town. 23 kills, 24 kills, 25 kills. Finally he gets taken out, but he will be remembered for sure.
God, that was awesome. That Banshee paid for himself easily. And Tarson now with 4,500 in resources lost on that units lost tab, as opposed to Goody just still sitting at 3,800. That Banshee made all the difference there on units lost. That was huge. Tarson assembling his army here in the middle of the map, bringing SCVs along on the repair. And I think Tarson's going to need to hit the economy of Goody here soon, or he's going to start falling behind. He realizes that. And, I mean, what do you think he can do? Is he going to just move straight in here? I mean, there's siege tanks. There's a great defense set up here by Goody already.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what he's going to do. He needs to maybe get a couple more medevacs up and maybe drop back here by this engineering bay if he can. And it's going to take a fair number of medevacs to pull that off, but it'll be interesting. Maybe a small drop, maybe push the front while dropping a smaller force in the back could be it. I'm always a big fan of the two-pronged attack. It really does work. Or basically you can catch your opponent off guard, catch them not paying attention. Meanwhile, he's got some Marines at the island over here just kind of hanging out. I know you're always talking about those island expansions, and he is actually taking the high yield expansion. It is a good choice right there. The high yield on the opposite side of the map, less likely to be found. A good choice that can really help him in the economy and get him to pull ahead, because you're looking at 23 harvesters to 52. He needs to do something.
God, he does need to do something. Another Banshee harass here to the north of this natural expansion, just taking out Marines as he pleases. 3 Marine kills so far is going to make it 4. Can I hear 4 kills? And Tarson doing some nice micro there, actually pulling up Marines and dropping them back down to try to protect them. I guess he doesn't have enough energy for the scan, but there's the scan. Will the stand-up Marines be able to take down the Banshee? No, he narrowly... Oh, but the Marines from the top... Oh, they tried to get in the game there, but they didn't have vision. That's 7 kills for that Banshee. Those are Marine kills, so that's devastating. This Banshee harass from Goody is just really impressing me.
Yeah, absolutely. He finally gets the Raven over there, and the Banshee goes down. But meanwhile, Goody says, I'm going to take the island expansion, and I know you love that. You say,